Mrs. Abiodun Kola. Question. I express my deepest condolence to you. People have asked several questions I intend to ask from the testimony you narrated before this court and from your written deposition. What did you study while in school? Wunmis, English. Question. If I may ask you, you've been using words that repeats itself in your written deposition and your testimony. What does the word oppressor connotes to you grammatically? Wunmis, I feel oppressor means people that have more influence than you. Question. Good. The court. What is the answer? Oppressor means, Wunmis, being cheated by people that have more influence. Question. How? Wunmis, I don't know. Question. Who are these your husband's oppressors? Wunmis, his oppressors are the same people that drove him into depression. Question. Do you know them? Wunmis, yes, I do. Question. Can you please name them to this court? Wunmis, the labor boss and his cohorts. Question. Who is the person behind this labor boss? And if you know their names, name names. Wunmis, Naira Marley, C Black, my C. Question. Who is this C Black? Wunmis, Naira Marley signee. Question. Who is my C? Wunmis, he used to be my husband's friend. Question. Do you know his real name? Wunmis, his name is Michael. Sid and I don't know Sid's name, Sunday Sheyi, and there's a guy called West. Question. Like a person who so much loved her husband, can you recall or remember any event where your husband was ever bullied, waylaid, attacked, or harassed in view of your definition of oppression? October 5th, 2022, he had issues with his legal manager, Sunday, who happens to be Naira Marley's cousin. He wanted to use Ayan, who was his manager before he got signed as his manager, but the labor boss said he doesn't want it, that he would be the one to appoint a manager for him himself, and he has to let go of Ayan, the same person who had been managing him before he got signed to labor. Question. I'm asking you, you said oppressor. Can you please cast your husband that have made you to come to the conclusion that these are my oppressors? Ever since Naira Marley appointed today to be his manager, it had not been easy. Most of the work that today was to do, I was the one doing it. For instance, if he needs stylist for his wares, he would always reach out to me. I was in school and I was always shuffling each others. And at some point, he got tired and he complained to the labor boss that the manager only goes to shows with him and does not do his work, and that he wants to change his manager. And he complained that he's not being promoted enough. And he said he wants to start promoting. And the label assured that the next single, which was Peace, will be promoted. And when he dropped the song, it was not promoted as usual. He was worried, and he will come to me, and I cannot do anything. And because my husband has low self-esteem, no matter how he's hurting, he will say he's fine, and he's not fine. And I told him to reach out to the label boss himself, and he reached out to the label boss, and he said next time they'll promote the song. And when we dropped the song, we expected them to promote him as promised, but nothing was done. And he had a group chat from himself, his label boss, and the manager today, and we were talking in the group chat. And something led to an argument between my husband and the manager, and he said he doesn't want him again, and that he wants another person, and he's tired of the way he's managing him. And I was in a room with my husband's father because I was 3 months pregnant then. And he came to visit and say hi, and none of us knew when he went out. And I went to report to his dad upstairs that Promise was having an argument with Sunday. And I didn't want him to fight, that he should come and help me talk to him because he was in the studio. And while we were talking, I never knew they had gone. And I went back downstairs and I saw that my husband was not in the house again with 3 of his workers, Ore, Aji, and Damola. And I was worried, and I tried calling all of them, and they were not picking their calls. And 20 minutes after, another friend called Abraham picked up my call, and I heard noises, and I knew something had happened. Question. During his lifetime, you and your husband, have you ever taken any step on what about his operation, and what steps did you take? That was when they assaulted him in their house, when he went to complain to the manager. Question. Apart from he going to the manager outside the manager's house, what steps did you take? Wunmi, I was telling him that he was almost done with his time and he had 2 months left, and he should just wait so that they can hand over his royalties and catalog to him. But he said he was tired and does not want to continue doing it. What if they kill him? And I accepted that truly. He sees better than I do and he stopped associating with the Malians. And he has been on his own ever since. Question. I just want to take you to something that went viral. You know, there was a voice note, and I believe you know the voice of your husband, Wunmi. Yes. Question. The voice note that says, Wunmi, I warned you. Don't use that tool to rub my body again. Do you want to kill me? And he started cursing you. Typo. Can you please tell this court what led to that utterance and what kind of plot was it? I said it to court that he forgot things easily. He was paranoid and in fear and even went as far as forgetting his phone's password. And I was the only person he was having fights with, and he said he does not seem to understand anything again. And everybody was saying he was mad, and he would come to me and ask me, am I mad? And I would tell him, no, you are not mad. The label even told him to travel out of the country for his treatment, that he has something, and he said he does not have anything on his head. Question, is that what led to that argument for utterances? Wunmi, that day I was in his house and something happened. He came to me. I left the house angrily, and at that period of time, my husband was not stable to the extent that he forgot his Instagram account password. He did not remember anything. His family knew, and his father had to take him to his sister's house at Songo. He texted me that he did not understand the drugs they were giving to him. Is that what led to the question? Is that what led to the utterance? Wunmi, the day this thing happened, he said something I was not cool with. And I left the house, and it was a day to my birthday, and because of the whole stress, I have been the one dealing with him. At some point, everybody left him. Question, what was the cloth that he alleged you used to rub his body? Wunmi, he alleged everybody was so many things at that period of time. I wasn't the only one. I did that voice note myself, and the purpose for doing it is because he might wake up one day and
Odunayo Rotimi. Hello, you're welcome to this program. Thank you very much for loving me.
Question. He also asked you question. Where is my other phone? Mr. T. Olawale, Your Honor, we are here for the circumstances that led to the death of Mohbad. So this whatever happened between them, we are not here for gist. We are here for serious issues. Mrs. Back to you again, Wunmi. Just calm down. Put sentiments aside. Please, what was that WhatsApp message? Why did you seize his phone and got the message deleted? Wunmi, I did not seize his phone. That's the phone I was using. What happened to my husband? Those periods, the same phone he was talking about was the phone I was using. He gave it to me, 11 Pro Max. The same phone he was complaining about. That was the same phone I was using. Those period of time, I understood him so well and that was the reason I did that recording to play to him. The day I heard that voice, I called his father, his mother, and said, Daddy, Mommy, I am tired. I thought I could cope. And his daddy went to my sister's place to apologize on his son's behalf, that I shouldn't leave him. And came around that same day, I did that voice note, and we went back home, and I did that voice note from a friend's phone, and it was another friend that I stopped talking to. I released that voice note a day after my husband died to defame me. Question, please, during the course of your marriage from the day you say your traditional marriage till the last time of his life, did you ever have any entangle with any other man except your husband? The court, please, let's be careful. You are not allowed to go into her character. Wunmi, please, let me clear myself. Mrs. Abiodun Kolawole, my lord, I'm not embarrassing her. Please, let's sit down. Ms. T. Olawale, no, your honor wants to rule on that question. Mrs. Kolawole, Wunmi, please, you said your husband had a nurse. What is the name of that nurse that treats him often? Wunmi. Her name is Nurse Fumi. Question, the same Fumi, the one that treated him, Wunmi, another Fumi. Question, I'll also take you back to the scene. You said during your testimony there was somebody called Spending that sat at the back of the Prado. Wunmi, yes. Question, you were sitting in the middle, Wunmi? Yes. Question, your husband and prime boy, please, how did it happen? You said the injury sustained was as a result of the fight in the Prado. How did your husband exchange? Wunmi, he came down from the car. Miss Oyakini, she has said he came down from the vehicle and turned around to the other side. By Mrs. Kolawole now. From your exposure so far as a rapper and what you have known so far, please tell this court, when the record label signs you, what's this kind of relationship we should expect? Can you describe how the relationship should be to the court? For me, I feel the relationship there should be love, and at the same time, it should be strictly business. Question, let me ask you, from that scene of the accident, you said the blood was not really gushing, just a drop. For me, I didn't notice until he got to the room to meet me. Question, when he got to the room, was the blood still gushing? For me, it wasn't. I already used my baby's cotton wool. Question, how did you have a bedsheet soaked with blood? Wunmi, the bedsheets? Nothing was soaked with blood, man. It was just the hand that he slept till the next day. His mother, or was it his brother, used the bedsheet to sleep for like a week after my husband died. It was not really gushing. It was just a normal stain. Question, who brought the news of this death in the car? Wunmi, I was not in the car with them. I was not in the car with them. Question, my lord, that will be all for her. The court. Another question. This is supposed to be honor. I don't believe the court can allow me to ask a few questions. I'm grateful. Ms. Akinde, my lord, the same way you did not allow because he is also with the father's lawyer, we have already set the precedence. The court, counsel, I take any other questions. I just asked any other question. Mr. Oyakinde, my lord, he's still with the same counsel for the father, the court. The cross-examination is over now. Now I asked any other question. I can even ask the public for any question. There might be a single question that somebody can throw from the public that may help us solve this. This is because it is different from a regular court. Mrs. Coroner in charge, she can decide to ask anybody to say anything. She can allow and disallow. The coroner in question does not go for appeal. So however my lady wants to handle this coroner, please, my lady, we have the court. Every question is important to the coroner. The court. This is a different scenario. This matter is a worldwide issue and it needs every support that can render to the coroner to decide on the cause of death. Please, any other question? Mr. Loba, my condolences. In your written deposition before this court that you swore to on the 25th day of October, in paragraph 3, you said on the 22nd day of February 2022, deceased, his friend Michael, aka my son, his friend and his girlfriend Dominica got a call from another of his friends. My question is this: Michael worked for the deceased. Wunmi, Michael did not have any position. He used to be his friend. Question: did Michael live with the deceased? Wunmi, he doesn't. Question: does he go out with the deceased for shows? Wunmi, sometimes, not regularly. Question: they were friends? Wunmi, they used to be. Question: please, can you tell this court at what point Michael and the deceased part ways? Wunmi, it was after the NDLA issue. Question: is it this year? Wunmi, last year. Question: what did you discover on why the deceased and Michael part ways? The deceased told me, that's a bit me now. The deceased told me, his father and every member of the family, that he noticed that Michael is acting like an informant to Naira Marley and the rest. He even went as far as saying that there was a time he approached Michael about the way his promotion was going, and Michael advised him and told him to meet a lawyer to fight against the Malians for his royalties and everything, and he followed him to meet the lawyer. He said he noticed Michael was recording every of his conversation. One thing about my husband is he trusted Michael to some point. So when he got to the house, he narrated everything to me and said he saw Michael pressing his phone. And when he got there, he wasn't saying anything. Probably because he did not want his voice to be in the conversation. And my husband still watched to know better. And after the NDLA period, he said Michael will tell him to go to Naira Marley. The managed to start talking even though he knew most things he's saying does not tally because of how he's feeling. He will tell him to go there and talk, and whenever they get there, Michael will not say anything. He will just be watching. I was close to Maisi too, and at some point, he thought I was working with Maisi for the Malian, and my husband stopped talking to me for a week because he thought we were all together. But when I went to his sister's place at Songwater, the mother, sister, everybody, we did a meeting, and my husband narrated how he had a feeling towards me, and he thought I and Michael were friends. And the mother said her son had said the same thing, that do I have anything in contact with Michael? And I said no. I only know him as my husband's friend and the father, and everybody said I should stop talking to Michael because he's an informant to the Somalians. And you agree with me that because the deceased discovered that Michael was a mole, that was planted in.
If no one has told you, I am telling you right here, you are sick. So much for joy. You people are just doing so much. I don't understand. How can you say this is justice for Mohbad?
The same video.
How does those slavery of weary that you people are doing?
What is it? Sorry, please.
You know,
and there's possibility bóyá ńgbà tó ń ṣe recording yẹn lọ́wọ́ wọ́n tún lọ síbòmíì wọ́n tún já síbòmíì.
Yeah, I want to believe so.
that is why you are not researching. For someone like me,
Fast forward,
I believe no one is competing. No one is competing. As I clear with the percent.
Oh, sorry, it's still our page, but ó dà pé wọ́n já nǹkan méjì pọ̀ mọ́ra wọn. So let me just.
But you know what? Actually,
no, gbéyàn kan wọlé, bóyá gbéyàn wọlé tó lọ.
Tí mo play nsìn yìí tó já síbòmí yẹn was when Mr. Dawa finished recording. I mean speaking. There's another one that is about 1 hour plus.
That is why you are not.
Let me go and play that one.
You people will not sit down on.
I don't understand.
This woman has been online defaming me. This woman has been online defaming me and saying this mortuary. They left me. I had to move with my child and my sister to the house. The next morning, I never knew they wanted to bury my husband. They did not tell me. And how I got to know was when Baba's girlfriend, people used to call her the stepmother on the media. She's not the stepmother. The stepmother likes me so much. She's a girlfriend to Baba. They are not related. I got to know when.
Now, please, we have 220 people watching. These likes, they're too low. Please, can we tap, please? Let's tap. I won't play it, though. I just can't tap. Oh yeah. Tap. Please don't stop. Please don't stop. 50K, 60K, please. Toba low, ma tún pause e o.
They wanted to bury my husband through the statement that she made on TikTok. And that was where I got to know the land they buried my husband. The same day they buried my husband, they wanted to kidnap my baby just because of what this woman has said. They wanted to beat me. And they had to protect me till I got to where they wanted to bury my husband and pay him last respect. After that, this same woman was saying to people that they should put me and not let me go. They should injure me or they should either kill me or my baby. She's in the court presently acting like Baba's wife, but she is his girlfriend. This woman has been online defaming me and saying different things about me and making people feel I am bad. I never knew when they buried my husband. I know my father-in-law loves me so much, and I know everything he has been doing is because of this same woman, and she's presently here acting like the stepmother there. Like the stepmother, they are not related. The only issue I had with the woman is because I stopped her from coming to my husband's house, and my mother-in-law doesn't like her. Also, I've been getting threats, death threats. The day Baba was talking on the media, area boys from Okiletu went to scatter my sister's place. My sister had to run away from the house. Ever since then, she has not been to Ikorodu. Whenever I want to go out, I am always on face mask just because of the defamation Baba has been carrying on the media. My life is at risk and they are threatening me. I had to deactivate my Instagram. I'm getting death threats every day just because of the things I did not do. Baba himself knows my husband does not have money. When my husband left Malian music, Bella Shmurda fed us for 3 months. Bella Shmurda is my husband's best friend. October, November, December, Bella Shmurda gave us food to eat. Everybody knows he does not have money. My husband left the record label with 0 kobo, not even something as small as 100,000 naira. It's during the show he was getting this year that he started having money. Baba knows and he told my husband that he should always give him 100,000 naira monthly just because he knows the pocket of my husband. I was surprised when I saw this defamation on the media, but I cannot come online to talk because of my child. They are the only family Liam has. A lot of journalists are here doing TikTok, defaming me. I can see all of them, but the only reason I'm being quiet is because of my late husband. Doesn't like anything like noise, and Baba knows. I believe that woman is the one behind all these things because Baba loves me very much. The court, Mrs. Aloba, Wunmi, Ma, they are threatening me. I have not been fine. I have not been producing breast milk ever since my husband died. I'm going through hell. I've left my husband's house just because I have to run for my life. How long do I have to keep acting this way? The court. Mr. Aloba, you said your late husband does not like noise, and that is why you have been silent, and I believe you still maintain that, Wunmi. That is why I am pouring my mind to the court. The court, be calm and allow justice take the due course. Wunmi, thank you, ma'am. The court. Whatever has been said, you know the truth, and God knows the truth. I understand. Mr. David Fadley, my Lord, I am very sorry because I represent the Father and I spoke to my learned friend. I have several things that I needed to ask, but because of the interest of peace, I abandoned some questions. She kept on saying the father-in-law loves her so much. Wunmi, he loves Mr. David Fadley. The love will still continue. Please, I want to beg of you. I don't know if the court can permit me 2 questions. Can I go ahead? The court, yes. Mr. David Fadley, what was the significance of the cords you dropped on your husband's corpse? Wunmi, I didn't even know. My mom was in the States and in Yoruba, they call something Asho Bora. They wanted to get me a Bible to put inside the grave, but they didn't see. They call it Asho Bora, that it means protection, to protect your loved ones in grave. And I used part of the clothes for myself. I did not really know. It was when Baba tackled me in court and she narrated that it was Ashobra in Ijebu because I am from Ijebu to cover your loved ones. Question. So that was what you dropped so it can cover you? Wunmi, to cover himself. Question. The last question your father-in-law said when he was invited that the son was dead, he went to Lekki where he stayed and he saw a cloth. The guy's clothes covered and soaked with blood, and that presupposes that there was a quarrel, and that is why he asked you that time that, are you sure that injury was minor? Your father-in-law said he saw these clothes and he engaged you in conversation. Wunmi, he never spoke to me that day. I tried talking to him, but he just jacked my hand. Question. But was it true that there was a cloth that was soaked in blood, full of blood? Wunmi, the only thing my father-in-law saw was the bed sheet, not his personal clothes. And it wasn't soaked because even after he died, his younger brother used that bed sheet to sleep for a week. Question. It was soaked in blood, Wunmi. It was not soaked. It was a stain. I didn't know if he saw any clothes because my husband was in the room with me. I did not see any clothes and we slept on the same bed sheet with me and it was a white bed sheet. And that was the same bed sheet on the balcony. The same thing Baba saw that day. So I do not know. Question. He said it comes upon examination. There was a deep cut in his hand, not a minor cut. Hand. This same hand. Question. Yes, it was a very deep cut in his hand. Did you check the cuts? Did you see the cuts? There are proofs online of the same cut. I'm sure about 10 to 15 people would have seen it here. It wasn't deep. Question. Okay, thank you. The cause. Any re-examination, Mr. T. Olawale, none, Your Honor. Wunmi. There's something I noticed. This same my see, I noticed sometime last week. I don't know why I was not informed when they wanted to bury him. This same my see was on a call with this Baba's girlfriend. And I feel the same person that could do this thing with my husband. None of my husband's relatives should be in contact with him after my husband's demise. And I'm really curious. Why did she have to talk to the same person my husband complained about to the whole family? She was talking to the same person after my husband's death. What is their connection? I need to know. Because thank you, you may step down. Okay, I'm almost through now. Mr. David Nowala, we made an application for witness summon and we summoned Zlatan and Sheya Wonoga and we got the confirmation that they have sent them. Sheya Wonoga is this manager. We have done the needful and we have facilitated the summons we sent and the bailiff confirmed them. The court, you should have done a follow-up to make sure they are present in court as they are their witnesses. Mr. David Nowala, my lord, we do not have a personal relationship with them. Mrs. Asagba, my lord, may we humbly apply for witness summons for the nurse in this matter, nurse for me. The court, I think the IPO with the state promised to bring the witnesses. There are some witnesses that they promised to bring to court, but because of the witness I have now, I can't ask them to produce them, and they won't be able to take any evidence. So the magistrates of the Lagos State Judiciary are going on our annual retreat. I'm supposed to travel tomorrow and we'll take a date after that and the vital ones from the police station. They have already said they will bring in some of the people that have their custody, including driver of the Prado. Falana, yes. Mr. T. Alowale, I have sent my colleagues to look for him and I don't have his number at the court. You should have informed him that the court does not wait. Olawale, he was sitting here all along. He's here. Adura are comfortable in speaking Yoruba English. For now, this is Adura now. For now, sir, I'm not comfortable. I'm really tired. I've been sitting here since like 3 hours and I'm not feeling well. Because did you not know you were coming here today? Adura, I knew what I was coming here to do. Because you are telling the court that you are tired without even stepping into the court, into the box. Adura, I'm not feeling well. Like 4 days now, I'm not feeling okay. Because what is wrong with you? Adura, I don't even know. I have not eaten since morning and I have been sitting here for like 3 hours now. Because so if you eat now, you will be fine in 30 minutes. Adura. Sure. The court. I do not want us to turn this case into a case we have to keep adjourning because this boy has to go back home to sleep. And if his family, his brother or his relation is saying he cannot stand, I don't know what to do. He's there. He needs to go back home to rest. Don't allow all of us to make a mockery of his death. Adura, I'm very sick, man. Pause. Let's take a date. Or do you feel if we stand this matter down for about 30 minutes and you go and eat, you'll be able to give any evidence? After 30 minutes, will you still go? You want to eat? Well, here because we want just for a brother, you should be able to take one or two questions, except you have something to hide. Adura, I have been here since morning. Court matter is further adjourned to the 15th of November 2023 at 12 noon for further inquest. This was signed by Ms. C.A. Shutobi, the magistrate. It was signed by the Assistant Chief Admin Officer, Osemuduame V.O. It was also stamped by the Chief Magistrate Court on, when was this? By Cash Office Ikorodu. So, that is all I have for now. So that inquest happened. That inquest happened
complete.
That was the one that happened the first week of November. Thank you very much, analyst over to you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Dawa. Oh, if you are there, please help. Recording here was distorted back on because this one I'm playing still has about 52 minutes to go. But she recorded, thought she posted, so repeat. Give me the. But that's what.
The truth is, nǹkan tí mo feel pé ká ṣe ni pé bóyá ká ṣe try since Mr. Dawa has volunteer or bóyá ká ṣe try láti tún show yẹn ṣe lọ́la so that everybody can have the full. Because now àwọn ibi tó yẹ kó wà lókè wà nísàlẹ̀ àwọn ibi tó yẹ kó wà nísàlẹ̀ wà lókè nínú recording yẹn ó wà scattered nǹkan tèmi náà notice nìyẹn some questions are before some jẹ́ pé wọ́n ti gbé mọ́ra wọn lórí so maybe we should still somebody is also chatting me that she has the recording and I've asked if it's full Sister Jimmy so let me see maybe she sent it or she have it full so that we can just go with that. Kini yẹn náà pọ̀ ó jẹ́ heavy 330 something pages so it's not gan kékeré ó pọ̀ tí Wunmi lásán gan 200 and 100 something tí Wunmi lásán tọ́ka lánàá yẹn over 100 pages over 100 pages ní tí Wunmi lásán ká tó máa sọ ti bàbá ká tó máa sọ ti àwọn other people so it's quite much and very heavy heavy gan so I don't know. Ẹ jẹ́ ká wo bí a ṣe máa ní láti ṣe lọ́la ni.
Bàbá ṣì lè
Tí èèyàn tó bá sọ.
máa gbọ́ wọn for now.
Mo fẹ́
Tó bá dá wa sọ̀rọ̀ ní tẹ́ bá gbé sórí Telegram máa gbé. I don't know who has Telegram.
I have Telegram.
I have Telegram.
Máa gbé bọ́ọ̀lù.
I have Telegram. I have Telegram too. I don't know.
Lórí Telegram.
No, screen recording àná lòun ní. Ó jẹ́ ṣe short I think. Kò ń ṣe rẹpẹtẹ lọ straight. Wọ́n ṣe short ni. Ẹ̀yin tí àwọn tí máa wọ pé normal screen recording tá a máa ń ṣe. Mr. Jimmy, ìṣídẹ̀ ṣé gbogbo ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ṣe pàpọ̀ ni? Wọ́n ti ẹ̀ tí reply gan mo béèrè is it full? Wọ́n ti reply. So I don't think she's there. Let's see how it goes. Taba get èèyàn tó record fine. Àwọn kan mo sọ pé mi gan sùn lánàá mi ò gbọ́ kíní gan mi ò gbọ́. But at the same time jọ ẹ jẹ́ ká tiẹ̀ sáré sọ one or two things nípa àkọ́tà tí ẹ gbọ́ yìí gan. Ṣé bí wọ́n sọ pé Wunmi ń gbégbà tó béèrè nípa Naira Marley pé Wunmi ò fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀. Ṣé gbọ́ tó sọ pé please my lord let me clear myself. Àwọn people jẹ́ nìyẹn kò fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀. Ẹ ó dákẹ́ gbà tí George yẹn ló sọ pé kó má go into privacy. Ó jẹ́ tún béèrè fún chance say please my lord let me clear myself so it's not even her fault for not talking but you people in Bosita Westo and Co wọ́n ní kò sọ̀rọ̀ o wọ́n ṣe sọ̀rọ̀ pé ṣó ní àfihàn báyìí tí George yẹn ṣe sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí ó kàn dákẹ́ ni ṣé bóun ni gbogbo wa gbọ́ ètò ń sọ pé my lord please let me clear myself George yẹn ló ní rárá bóun ò fẹ́ kó sọ̀rọ̀ lọ́bẹ̀ pé because torí nǹkan táwọn ṣe wá bí bàíkọ́ nìyẹn and then ti spending gọ́dà pọ́nká ti spending lánàá kò sí nínú recording yìí so kí ni yóò full. Sister Duke, am I right? Ìgbà tó béèrè nípa spending, pé we spending. So she said a very good thing about spending. Yeah, ó sọ nǹkan gidi nípa spending. Yeah, tó bá jẹ́ rí dẹ́kọ̀.
Please,
2019, wọ́n ti ẹ̀ gbọ́ yẹn. Ó máa gbọ́ 2019.
Mice tó ẹni tó kọ́ pé Michael yẹn ló ń jẹ́ Mice people should notice àwọn tó ń torí àwọn tó ń wà.
Yeah, I know Mice òun ni Mice òun ni eku ọlọ́pẹ̀lẹ̀ kù.
Òun ló ń ṣe ṣekúṣe yẹ.
Ṣé gbọ́dọ̀ kò sọ ló ń ṣe é sìn? Òun ló ń rẹ́kọ̀dì Mohbad, òun ló ń sọ pé kó ṣe báyìí, òun náà ló jẹ́ rẹ́kọ̀dì ẹ̀, ló ń pass information, ló ń ṣe everything. And this is the same person tí bàbá Mohbad wá lọ, táwọn èèyàn wá lọ gbé pẹ̀lú very dark man, tó ní kó wá máa ṣe interview. Pé Wunmis kìíní kan Wunmis as in àwọn bíbí ti plan kìíní tipẹ́ tán ok kí ló ń rẹ́kọ̀dì Mohbad fún káàkiri gbogbo ibi tó bá jọ lọ this same guy ló bọ́ síta tó wá sọ̀rọ̀ nípa Sango nígbà tí kìíní kan ṣe Mohbad wọ́n lọ fa lórí ní Sango wọ́n lọ ṣe kìíní kan òun ló gbé jáde létà. Òun náà ni the same guy. Ó ti pẹ́ tó ti ń bá wọn pláàni bó ṣe máa get Mohbad down òun náà ló jẹ́ kí inú wọn dùn gbà tán rí rẹ́kọ́dì tí Wunmi fi fóònù ìyàwó ẹ̀ ṣe yẹn ló ṣe jẹ́ kán tọ́jú yẹn náà pamọ́ pé táwọn bá ti parí iṣẹ́ nǹkan táwọn máa lò ní wọ́n ti ń plan ẹ̀ ti pẹ́.
Girlfriend
plan ẹ̀ ti pẹ́.
Cynthia lòun náà
Yeah,
jẹ́.
girlfriend, I know, everybody knows. We know Cynthia lòun náà jẹ́. Ṣùgbọ́n òun làwọn èèyàn làwọn wèrè bàbá tí bàbá ṣe ń sọ pé ó sọ pé kán mú Cynthia. Kò kí gbéyàwó ẹ̀ Cynthia, CY ló máa ń gbéyàwó ẹ̀. So nínú viral video tó ti ń sọ pé if I die, all the Malians, Cynthia ló pè kò pé CY. So Cynthia tó pè is not his wife. It's not his wife. Ìyàwó Maiti ni Cynthia tó ń pè pé kán mú Cynthia, kán mú Maiti, kán mú gbogbo àwọn Malian record. Because gbogbo yín ṣe tán ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní change gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn. Nǹkan tèmi rí sáwọn nǹkan tí àwọn point tí mo dì mú bẹ̀ yẹn ṣá òun ni mo sáré point out yẹn. She never go òun kọ́ ló sọ pé òun ò fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ẹ̀ nígbà tó béèrè kínní. George yẹn gan lọ ní kó má sọ̀rọ̀ òun jẹ́ tún sọ pé ẹjọ́ jẹ́ kí n clear ara mi wọ́n tún ní no. Tó bá jẹ́ kó easy ẹ̀yin náà bírú ọmọ tó tó báyìí kẹ́ gbọ́ gbogbo questions tó ń dàbò ẹ bó ṣe answer back to back. Ẹ jẹ́ sọ kankan nǹkan tó ló ṣe àdúrà ńjọ́ yẹn àdúrà wo pé ṣáàdúrù nǹkan tó máa bí èmi náà rèé. Ó bá o ó mọ̀ pé for over 3 hours èèyàn yìí ń sọ̀rọ̀ ẹni kémi náà wá sọ̀dọ̀ ló ṣe ní ohun tí jẹun òun fẹ́ lọ. Àdúrà ọmọdé òde bí ẹrù lẹ́rù ọba nǹkan tí Wùmí ṣe mi ò lè ṣe ẹ lọ sí kóòtù fi easy ẹ lọ rọ̀ nẹ̀. Àwọn question gbangba yìí tó tún sọ pé àníwá aṣọ answer níṣẹ́ yìí tó tún try láti avoid gan wọ́n tún béèrè lọ́rẹ̀ pé àníwá down níṣẹ́. Àdúrà ọmọ ọgbọ́n ó yà lóhùn tí jẹun látara ó ti jókòó over 3 hours.
Wọ́n para break pẹ́sẹ̀ wọ́n para break.
Oh no.
Ojú sọ the same thing.
Ó tún dá wọ́n tún dá padà ó tún dá wọ́n tún dá padà. Àdúrà ya wò pé àbórí yín burú bí wà lẹ́nu ẹ jẹ́ máa lọ lẹ́nà mi ò múra fún gbogbo nǹkan tó báyìí. So ẹ jọ mo máa mute nsìn ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ látọ̀dọ̀ àwọn èèyàn. But I have to repeat it tábàárí full record yẹn because àwọn agbọ́n máa fẹ́ kó go viral because àwọn èèyàn tó ń sọ pé kò sọ nǹkan kan kò sọ nǹkan kan.
Mama Sita
know that she said a lot already.
Tẹ́mi tọ́ba máa ṣe lọ́la ẹ jẹ́ kí Mama Sita stream ẹ̀ lórí Facebook so that one new full record.
Everybody, yeah. Because what is ṣẹlẹ̀ between us and those people now. Between us and those people now, we also have that thing. But àwa ò gbé síta láti jọjọ́ pé okay, let's go and but táwọn ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní ìka tó wọ́n ń kà bí ọmọ kindergarten. That was how we did it on ourselves. Let's go out and reach this thing. Ó kàn ń kà ó kàn lórí gbogbo ẹ̀ kodò Báyọ̀ náà wọ́n tún lọ pé Báyọ̀ wà lálẹ́ àná wèrè yẹn náà tún lóyìnbó yẹn ń fọ́ òun lórí ẹ̀wọ̀ òyìnbó mélòó lọ sọ́nù bíbà tó ló ń fọ́ òun lórí wàá sọ pé òmọ̀wé kà lórí bá tán. So láàrin gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń sóyìnbó ní gúrùpù bàbá ẹ̀rẹ́yàn tó lè kàwé ó lọ smoothly káwọn èèyàn jẹ́ understand nǹkan tó ń sọ gbogbo yín wá ń dorí ìwé kíkà ẹ wá dorí ẹ̀ kodò ó dùn mí fún yín o mi mà wọn tán ṣu yín o so kíní yẹn pọ̀ gan kò ń ṣe nǹkan 300 and something pages ni. So it's better tí wọn bá ríyàn tó lè volunteer láti kà á tí Wùmí nìkan nìyẹn ò ní 3 hours yẹn o so tí wọn bá ríyàn tó lè kà á fluently bí Mr. Dawa ṣe volunteer we can take a break tomorrow let everybody stream it ó lọ viral everybody visit am I think that is fine àbí Mama Sita ẹ káàbọ̀ mà kí lẹ rí sí kí ni a ká conclude sí ẹ jẹ́ ká conclude on how to go about it.
Mama Sita ti kúrò di fóònù.
Ìyàwó bàbá Aládò.
Ìyàwó Josie.
I think she's not there. Bóyá ọkọ
Let me go out and call her. I'll come back. I'll call her now.
Okay.
Because she has 2 phones, so I'll call her.
Ó yá ẹ jẹ́ ká deliberate lórí àwa tá a gbọ́ lánàá àti wọn bá tá a gbọ́ lénìí náà. Let's give our submissions on it. Ó yá gbé wa débẹ̀. President.
I think a lot of us ti sọ̀rọ̀ pa ìlànà náà. Àwọn tó gbọ́ lẹ lọ àti deliberate lé lórí most people ti sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí lánàá. Àbí? Èèyàn tó bá mọ̀ pé òun ti sọ̀rọ̀ ṣá tó bá ṣe fẹ́ sọ you can come up if you think you are just hearing some parts for the first time like today and you have something to say you can also request to come up. Ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́. But we have to repeat the show tomorrow. It's either we proceed or we go back. Tó bá yẹ pa àtàbáríyàn tó ní ìdáná yẹn full. A máa proceed but tó bá yẹ pé àní àkókò mọ̀ pé gbogbo sátidé ọ̀la CTC la fẹ́ fi gbọ́ la fẹ́ fi kà Jésù Olúwa so ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá lọ party ẹ lo airpod kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ máa gbọ́ ẹ má tún wá padà sọ pé ẹjọ́ ta ló ní o kẹ́ bá mọ̀ pé fẹ́ gbọ́ ẹ lo airpod kẹ́ bá ti ń jó party ẹ ṣáà jẹ́ kó wà létí yín kẹ́ ṣáà má jẹ́ kó máa ta sí yín létí ẹ ṣé o.
Bá wà lágbo. Agbo sàn ní báwo ló ṣe fẹ́ kàn tán.
Lójú agbo kò sí tó kàn mí o kó máa fetí kan gbọ́ etí tí ò sí kinní bẹ̀rẹ̀ kó máa fi gbọ́. Látàárọ̀ ta ti ń pè yín ó yẹ ká sanction yín ni ta ti ń pariwo mama sita látàárọ̀.
Bàbá ìlú wọlé jà ìbò lọ ṣe nǹkan ni.
Kinní yẹn ò wà òkè mama sita recording yẹn ò wà òkè àwọn ibi tó wà níwájú ó wà lẹ́yìn àwọn èèyàn yẹn pọ̀ kọ́ tẹ̀ short so kinní yẹn pọ̀ gan títí Wùmí lásán lánàá lọ fi 3 hours kà lánàá lásán àtẹ̀tí ká ti yàdó babaládò.
Sàdáwà tó bá wù ṣe lè jẹ́ ẹ̀sẹ̀.
It's 330 pages or over 330 pages or over gan tí Wùmí lásán over 100 ni tí Wùmí lásán over 100 ni so ó heavy gan kò ń ṣe nǹkan tí èèyàn lè resend so now we are thinking of tábà parí fún version tàná ká gbé yẹn bọ̀ tá a bá rí a máa ní láti repeat show yẹn ní ọ̀la.
Ẹ lè gbé lórí péjì yẹn lè dáhùn.
kí o lè gbé o mi ò ní sẹ́ẹ̀ mi ò ní recording ẹ̀ mi ò ní.
Ṣé bó ní platform
recording ti tàná. Oh, okay, that's yeah, that's true. Ẹ tẹ̀ tí rí yẹn sọ. Ó máa wà bẹ́ẹ̀, yeah, inú recap. Yeah. Okay. I will do that. Yeah, I will do that. Thank God I'm not on another phone today, so I should be able to get it.
Directly.
Oh, okay. Ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. That's good. Mi ti wá rántí. Yeah, I will do that. I will definitely feel.
This is the go-to one people go to message yẹn náà ni.
Okay, o ti ṣáà láti pè é.
So that's okay.
Mo fẹ́ tó ní lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ fọ́ọ̀mù kíní ẹ̀ tó viral láti bìkínì kẹ́lì bá stream ẹ̀. Tó bá máa di lọ́la tó bá máa ṣe bá ti sọ time ẹ̀ máa ní kí dáwà pè yín tó bá ti fẹ́ jáde sọ̀rọ̀ àtẹ̀lé stream ẹ̀ ní time yẹn lórí Facebook sọ̀rọ̀ gbogbo ayé á rí.
Mi ò sí lé lọ́la à ń lọ pàtí. Mo ò sí lé lọ́la mo ní pàtí.
Alábàárò mi báyìí tó sọ pé ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá ń lọ patí mo ti sọ pé gbàgbà síta tó dé pé ẹ̀yin oní patí ẹ lo airpod o.
Ṣé lọ́la pàtí nílé ìráyè mi?
Èmi ti sọ mo ní ẹ bá mi patí.
Ẹ jẹ́ kí n yín bá sí ní bàdé lòdì ní bàbá àgbà lọ́wọ́
Mo láwọn lọ́wọ́ tèmi.
Òṣàmà bíbí lọ́la.
Thank you very much for watching me. I would like to come back with the full story. Thank you. See you soon.